the first time I'll ever, and the last time I'll ever take this stance and be able to take this stance, but fuck a dolphin, dog. Fuck a dolphin.
Fuck them dolphins.
Dolphins are whack.
Tick tock, it's time. The regular DJ podcast with the club bullies. 20 years experience of being regular as
Yo, what's up? I'm DJ Natty Heavy.
I am DJ R.
And this is episode number 9 of the regular DJ podcast, homie.
Number nueve.
We're keeping on rolling, dog. We ain't stopping. We doing it. You can't stop us. You won't stop us. We're coming after heads. We're coming after necks. We're doing everything we can. Make sure no other podcast is doing anything else in this world. You know what I'm saying? Anyways,
can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop. Diddy way. Big shout out to Andre Harrell. R.I.P. my man.
R.I.P.
Man, legend. Seems like a lot of legends are dying. Fred the Godson. I don't want to like start things like that, but just that's the way it seems, man.
2020 has been real trash. Real trash, bro.
Facts, dude. And we're probably gonna get hurricanes and stuff like that next, just to make sure everybody's all.
I mean, I hate to drop it like that, but they already said that 2020 is predicted to be a very heavy storm year, like more major storms than normal, more hurricanes period than normal, like all of that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Great. Cool.
Yeah. And welcome to the regular DJ podcast.
That's hilarious. All right, DJ R. Tell them all the happy stuff. Since we got all the negative out of the way, we're just going to get that out of the way. And now we're going to talk about all sunshine and rainbows and shit like that from now on.
And unicorns. Mm-hmm. As Josh would say. Mm-hmm. Josh, love her unicorns. All right, in this episode of the regular DJ podcast, we're going to do basically our predictions part 2. We're going to talk about how music opinions of what is hot could possibly change as the quarantine goes through, and how do we personally feel about Charleston opening up, basically starting this past week.
Word. But as always, let's start off with what we've done the past couple weeks. Since we're doing these bi-weekly episodes now, we got 2 weekends to cover. Really 2, whatever we call them now. I don't even know if they're weekends. They're just days. We
already said it's 3 days. It's 3 days in the week. You got yesterday, today, and tomorrow. That's it.
All right. What'd you do yesterday then?
Yesterday. Yesterday, what have I been doing? The past couple weeks, the past 2 weeks, my sister's in town this week, so we've been, since Saturday, we've just been really chilling. I waxed that ass in Monopoly on Saturday night. Killed her. Got Park Place, got 2 railroads, had to get out a jail free card. Man, that was good, bro.
And you had to bring it up on the podcast. That's the worst part. You could have kept it private, but you had to bring it public into the podcast.
Hey, she lost. That's all I'm saying. But I went to was able to see my mom and grandma for Mother's Day. Me and my sister, while my sister came in town, we went to Pringletown, see the Queens. Last week, I started doing more live streaming on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just because I was just getting my OBS, all that shit situated. And it's been running pretty good. I just haven't just been, I ain't gonna lie, living, partying, drinking at the house, watching TV. So I've been neglecting my DJing, to be honest.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's only so much practice you could do before we go out to the public. And you got plenty of time to practice. So there's those days that you're just going to... I mean, you're a homeowner, too, so it's not like you're not doing anything. You were painting and... Yeah.
I'm painting today and doing all that. Got a little bit more painting to do once we get done with this. I'm actually excited to do it because things are starting to come along. And I'm like, all right, let me get some more done.
Yeah, I mean, and the weather's nice now, so you want to kind of be outside a little bit more, maybe a little bit of yard work in your life, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. I try to avoid that at all costs. I actually had to text you guys, and you had to push me into yard work last week. I wanted to play video games.
Yard work or Warzone?
The homies chose yard work for me, which is the wackest. So, did you do any streams, to success or anything like that, or was it just you were trying stuff out to see if it worked? and all that.
Yeah, that Monday night was definitely just a try stuff out, see if we try to get it working. You know what I'm saying? Just getting lighting. Like, once the sun started going down, I started to realize, oh snap, this room is, the room is pretty dark. So maybe I need to get a strobe light in here just to make it look a little bit better. Once the sun started going down, because sun's not showing in the room that way. I was able to tweak a little things, but that Tuesday I was actually able to get a few tips. Every little thing helps. So I mean, I would say that's a success as long as you're playing music and somebody's willing to pay you for it. I'll say that's a success, because there's a lot of options out there for free, and they were willing to give me a few bucks and I wasn't even expecting anything. So that was pretty cool.
That does feel good, for sure. Especially A, like you say, when you're not expecting it. B, it gives you a good feeling. It gives you almost that gig style feeling. Oh, someone at least appreciates that I'm killing it.
Yeah. True. What about you, man? What have you been up to these past 2 weeks?
So I've been live streaming as well. I did 2 successful live streams, and then, really 3. So I did 2 virtual 90s parties. One was for Bay Street Beer Garden. That went pretty well. It was my first time using Restream and Mixcloud and Twitch and Facebook and YouTube all at the same time. Restream works awesome. I was kind of like you. I finally got my computer set up where it can handle the stream and the bit rate's right, and and everything is like, it looks good for the people. So I did the virtual 90 stream, went pretty well. I don't think it went as well as we expected, but it went well for what it seems like the amount of people that end up being on streams are nationwide. It seems it wasn't like some of these DJs with 14,000 people, 400 people even, but we got up there in numbers, between like 50, 60, something like that on that one. And then I did another one the next week, which seemed like it was another 90s party, but my boy Jeremy Forsyth from EAW Speakers, he was like, yo, I got my family in the Cape. We're all kind of like chilling in this Cape house. We need some good 90s summer vibes. So EAW Speakers talked me into doing another 90s live stream just for them. And since he's a homie, I was a kid, and a bunch of other homies from when I was a kid jumped on. So basically, I played like a house party for my friends I've known since I was like 6 or 7 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was cool.
That's cool. They got to be pretty cool. It's like, and then with all this quarantine stuff, it almost, with them, in the comments and stuff, it's almost like y'all, you were actually there with them. So that had to been kind of, it made you feel a little nostalgic chilling with your friends, for back home.
Oh, for sure. 1,000%. Yeah. And you're absolutely right. Because you're not missing a single bit of the conversation because they're trying to make it part with you. And then, the best part we get is we get to talk right back to them.
Yeah.
We get to say, what we see in the comments. So yeah, that's super tight for sure. Then I did a Zoom virtual graduation party for the class of 2020 going into College of Charleston. And that went
so basically high school seniors going into college will be college freshmen coming this fall.
Exactly.
If we have school this fall.
Exactly. If they're not just doing more Zoom classes for the rest of their lives. So yeah, that was, and that I like the Zoom broadcasts because you get to see people, and like, we were doing line dances, and you get to see them do line dances, you get to call people out, give them shout outs, and then you see them get excited and put their hands up in the air and all that stuff. Exactly. I didn't do an OBS broadcast through it because it was my first time just doing Zoom. So like the things that I don't like is when you are on Zoom, the camera's just on you the whole time, and I don't really like that part of the broadcast. Like, just feels awkward to me. So I couldn't go with my crutch of going to the graphics and promos and stuff. But I think I figured out. I know I figured out a way to do that thanks to a YouTube video. So next time I might do that through Zoom, complicated a little bit, but I really did like the Zoom experience. Big shout out to DJ B Lord, who's doing a Zoom pajama party, and I think
this Saturday, correct?
I think so. You have to go check out B Lord on Instagram. I think that is going to be an awesome, crazy digital party. I think that's a stellar idea.
And is it the fact that Zoom you can only have 100 people in there? Because I'm about to say, because I know on his flyer he said, it's 100 people, you know what I'm saying, and you basically have to. And the smartest thing about this shit is, like, big shout out to DJ B Lord, is the fact that he found a way to monetize off of it, and everybody you have to, you know what I'm saying, pay to be at the party.
It's exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Which is pretty dope.
So smart. Yeah, he's doing tickets. Like, it's smart to the point that I feel like we should be able to get tickets from B Lord just out of,
I just want to watch.
Game alone. I just want to watch. But at the end of the day, like, we gotta pay. Like, we gotta pay. And like, I want to pay. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be part of this. I don't want to miss this, I think that's
just like just like those battles that I miss. You like, that's just you a part of that, and then it's just over. Like,
it's done. You missed it. No recording. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't pay, you didn't get to see it. I think it's so smart. Shout out to DJ B Lord for that.
Smart man. He been killing the game. First guy I knew had a big sponsorship.
We're gonna have to get him on the podcast one day just to talk about what he does with marketing, because he's really, really smart with his marketing. It's next level for a DJ.
Man has been around the world, man.
That's a fact. He's a great DJ too. Killing the Carolina, killing the Southeast. Not even anyway. Shouts to DJ B Lord. So then the other thing I did was another kids party for Low Country Parent, which went really well. The broadcast was all on Twitch. It was a flawless broadcast with a lot of complicated parts. Like, there was a sponsor video, and then a bunch of other videos for graphics, and so there was it was awesome to have a paid gig again, and then. But to do it virtually and know that I did it in a very professional way and make it look good, felt good. And then you knew the kids were partying. We were showing videos from like their Facebook page, and the parents were all involved on the chat. So that was cool. And it's weird because I'm not really trying to get in the kids market like after this, but for right now, I'm about that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you're around a kid 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a kid, like, why not monetize of something that you have a hand in, because you know what Jocelyn likes to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of kids that stay in your cul-de-sac. Like, why not?
It's true. And luckily, and I think this is a way that a lot of DJs have to go, is you have to try to monetize your streams now too. If you can get in with I don't know, companies that you've worked with or venues that you've worked with, and you maybe can't get into the venues yet, there's still stream opportunities for people. And I think, like B Lord has found a way to do it with his ticketed events. I've kind of found a way to do it through clients that I've had and that we're seeing success with. And I think there's, like we've talked about in the previous episodes, money to be made with the streams, but as far as the future of DJing. But the other thing that we want to talk about in the future of DJing, and it is something that you and I have kind of brushed on in conversation, never really gone in depth in, so I'm kind of excited about this. The clubs are starting to open back up in Charleston, South Carolina. Things are not the clubs and bars, but like bars,
restaurants that serve food at least.
I'm sorry, I misspoke there. You're right. Restaurants that serve food can have patio. Some of them are having performers now. Indoor places, you're about to be able to start seeing people move indoors in Charleston. This isn't necessarily where I wanted to go with this, because I wanted to talk about the music part first, but I guess we're here. So let's just go with this. So Charleston is...
turn the car around now.
Yeah. Charleston is... Okay, so the segue was about to be super dope, but then the segue went into a different segue, so I've kind of done a double segue here, and we'll just go with the Charleston one. We'll circle back. So Charleston, South Carolina, opening up. DJ R. Dot, let's start with you and how you feel about this place opening up right now, and do you think it's smart? Do you think, what's up with your thoughts on this?
All right, let's go ahead and start this off by saying I am not a scientist. I don't know, the everything about COVID. So I will say that I'm very cautious and a little concerned about things opening up right now. And it's only because, as far as I know, and as the numbers aren't slowing down. It's still, people are still getting this virus. People are still dying every day. It's not like, they say, okay, we've hit this plateau, and it seems like things are kind of sort of declining. Like that, I don't think that has happened yet. So that's another thing that has me a little, just like concerned. Like, all right, like maybe we want to pump the brakes on this and just keep, doing what we was doing, for maybe another month or two. Keep doing that, and then maybe open up, and maybe another month or two. Don't get me wrong, my pockets are hurting. Everybody's pockets are hurting. I would love to be working. I actually got a text message. I don't think I told you about this. I got a text message about possibly DJing this Friday from a place, and then I was just like, at first I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'm down. Then I started thinking about like, all right, maybe we're gonna have a talk about this before I come DJ, before this actually happens. Like, I need to know where I'm gonna be.
Right.
Am I gonna be around people? Like, what I'm saying? Like, is it, am I gonna be just outside and I'm like, not near people? That, maybe that'd be a little bit cool, because if I don't have to have people around me, that's cool. But if I'm in a confined area where there's a bunch of people, then I don't think at this time that I will feel comfortable being in a confined area with people that are, that is less than 6 feet away from me, that are drunk, that are acting crazy, because once alcohol gets in everybody's system,
yeah,
you get that fuck it and don't care about things, and so that part concerns me. I will, again, love to be making some money right now, love to be back in the bar somewhere. But I am a little concerned, because I hope that this isn't people wanting to, these businesses making these politicians open up, and then all of a sudden we have this big surge of people getting infected, and then now we're back to square one.
I don't think you're wrong for what you did at all. I think you're 1,000% correct in all your opinions. Like, I agree with you 100. My personal opinion is, if we aren't opening up the bars and clubs and places that you can go in mass yet, then we're not ready at all yet. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, this is coming from people whose pockets are hurting. I've got gigs still canceling up through July, August. And I'm looking at some that are booking in September now, and I'm praying that we can actually go in by then and do that, because and do it right, because I feel the same way, that we're about to open up a little bit too early. A lot of people are going to get sick. We're going to close down again, and we're going to have to suck this all up again. I'm with that sentiment. Now, once again, we're not scientists. I speak no official statement. This is all personal opinion.
Personal opinion. Because another thing is it is May, and we both know the weather in Charleston is amazing. So people want to go to the beach. People want to be out. People want to, be places, and it's gonna start getting crazy. And I'm gonna say about, especially, they're supposed to be, they just started inside, letting people some places do inside dining starting today. Not today, yesterday. Today's Tuesday, yesterday, which is Monday. And then, going forward, starting next Monday, they're saying they're going to open gyms and barbershops and like spas and like stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, because
the thing, you need a haircut and you're a DJ. Like, you're the person who should be.
I like to be fly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, and you are someone who should be advocating hard right now for reopenings of stuff like that. Look at you. Yeah. Everyone can see it on the video right now. You scruffy, dog. You just scruffy, and you ain't got a job. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
It's all new stress here. So you're someone who should be advocating for the reopening, and you're sitting here saying no because it's smarter. Because you'd rather be alive and your friends be alive and your family be alive.
Yeah, because it's not even about me. Because like a person a person in good health like me, or what I'm saying, maybe what I'm saying, a lot of people our age can, for the most part, get through this. But like, you got to think about the other people that you could be affected and like all that. Like I said, like the place called me. I was like, yeah, like I'll be down. And I started thinking about it. Like, hold up, maybe I need to, if they text me back, I'm gonna ask a little bit more questions and then make a final decision.
So if you say no, are you confident that this place will not replace you when it's time to come back? 'Cause you know how that happens. Like you, all of a sudden someone else goes in because someone will say yes. You know what I'm saying? Because they need the money. It's just gonna happen. But do you think that place is then gonna be, well, this is our new guy now?
I don't think so. I would hope that we have a better relationship than that. But again, we both know that this is Charleston, and sometimes loyalty is nothing.
Yeah. Business
sometimes at the end of the day, it's all about business, and loyalty doesn't mean a thing.
Yeah.
So,
but at the end of the day, there'll be another job around here though too, in the place that we're in. And I'm glad you brought up the stuff about the weather and all that, because I feel like that's a lot of the reason why everyone is so restless around here, is because the weather has been perfect.
Oh my God.
Like picture perfect. Like you kind of weather you want to live in every single day of your life. And it's, that time of year around our area in the Southeast in Charleston, South Carolina. So I really feel like that's a lot of the reason. And I know it's like economy and stuff like that too, but we have this extra bit of, damn man, like let me just go outside. It's beautiful. Yeah. Let me go play anything. Let me do stuff with my friends outside. Let me go sit down on a patio somewhere and look at dolphins outside. We're missing that time of year right now.
Like who doesn't want to be at Reds? It's 6:30 in the evening. The sunset is at 8:10 today. If you was to go to Reds right now and sit and go outside on the bar and have a beer and watch the sunset, that shit is fucking beautiful.
You listening to Randall Fowler, Kill It, you know what I'm saying? Like
who doesn't want to? Like who doesn't want to do that? But
that sounds beautiful.
But
I don't want to die.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to die either. Like who wants to live? Like I want to live more than that.
I choose being alive over dolphins all day long.
Dolphins going to be there. Matter of fact, they actually probably living better now. That there's like a lot less waste and all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? This is the first time and the last time I'll ever take this stance and be able to take this stance. But fuck a dolphin, dog. Fuck a dolphin.
Fuck them dolphins.
Dolphins are whack, dog. Living the good life. I don't even need to see them. Anyways. Yeah. So Charleston's open. We think it's wrong. And we work in an industry that we need to be working in. I think there's even some DJs that have been working on patios. God bless y'all. Please stay safe. I hope you guys.
Yeah, I hope it's been a safe situation.
Yeah, for real. Don't let people, not put you in any unsafe situations with any of this. Wear your masks. I don't know. Wear gloves. Don't let people touch your DJ equipment. Don't take shots from just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, especially the shots, because shots is hand to mouth, man. And I know that's gonna be hard for a lot of people because we're gonna get back in this nightlife thing, and everyone's gonna be excited to see you.
Everybody, It's gonna be a lot of hugs, a lot of handshakes, a lot of daps, and it's still gonna be like,
just be smart. I firmly, and I'll say it again, I don't think we should be doing this until it's ready for mass crowds to be out for bars and clubs to be open fully. We're not.
Yeah, I understand. The takeout still being a thing. Like, I don't.
No doubt.
I don't feel as if that had an impact on anything with spreading, but actually being able to be in these establishments, I do think is going to cause a problem, because all it takes is for one person to have it, to go into this restaurant, then now this whole restaurant has to, they have to, like, you know what I'm saying? They have to shut, no matter what, they have to shut down. Then they have to sanitize pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the process is in the situation to sanitize your restaurant for what I'm saying, after a COVID person has been in there that tested positive. Like,
I know it's difficult and it costs some money. That's what I know. But anyway, what do we know?
Isn't free.
We're just
Definitely
some DJs.
Free.
We're just some regular DJs. We don't know anything, dog. Yeah, it ain't gonna be
just
free.
DJs
That's what
that
we
would love
know.
to be in a COVID-free world.
That's all we ask. That's all we ask. But so we'll move on from COVID because we're just some DJs who don't know what we're talking about. But what we do know what we're talking about is music and the future of music moving forward in the club and bar and whatever atmosphere that you work in. And this is the thing that we had been talking about earlier. And we have also been talking about COVID stuff, obviously, because it's everybody's topic of conversation, no matter where you go. I have to tell my neighbors, yo, let's not talk about this. And then hopefully we don't. But what we do know is that music in club life, we predict is going to change because now we're going in the situation where nobody's performed in months, right? Except for the live streams. And, you do what you do on your live stream, but a live stream is a lot different than the club and bar situation in my experience. I can't speak from in your experience.
It is.
But I feel like you definitely either play more towards what you want to play in a live stream, or maybe, if someone's tipping you and you know it, then you play something else for them. But when you're in the live stream situation versus a club, it's 1,000% different. In a club and bar, you have to play what people want to hear. So now we have a more educated listener than previously going into the club again, because I think people's musical tastes have changed. I think people have more time to listen to different kinds of music. Everyone's listening to all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. No one's listening to the radio as much because we're not in our cars as much. So there isn't that single binding, force that makes us know all the same songs. Mm-hmm. So now my prediction is it's going to be hard, dog. It's going to be difficult to find what everybody wants to hear. Do you agree?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard because, like you said, people are listening to a lot of different things. Of course, definitely, you're 100% right. When you're doing a live stream, for the most part, you're usually just playing what you want to hear, what you want to mix with. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if somebody's tipping you, you be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You throw it in. But yeah, I have no idea no one's coming up to me to request a song, so I have no idea. Be like, oh, maybe I should check this out. You know what I'm saying? I never heard that before. There's you don't have that. That's another reason why, as a DJ, I let people request songs, because it helps me get an idea of what people want to hear. And if it's a song that I never heard of, all right, maybe I need to make a note of this and check this out. Then especially if somebody comes to me and I heard it twice, oh, I definitely need to hotspot and figure out what the fuck this song is and put this on, But there's a but. I've been seeing a lot of DJs who've been getting a lot of success with their streams. It also has been a lot of old school music being played in these live streams, and people have been feeling that too. So it might be a way to add those, back in the day, when we would say it's not as much club music now as it was in the early 2000s with Lil Jon and all that stuff. You might be able to go back and play those older songs and have those people in the club having that nostalgia more.
So you think we have a more educated and appreciative listener going in?
We have a little bit of both. It's going to be a little bit of both. It's going to be some of those people that are listening to totally different stuff. You know what I'm saying? It might be some people whose musical palette has completely changed because, like you said, they don't have the radio. They're not in their cars. They're not listening to the radio. So they're maybe just going on Apple Music, and you know what I'm saying? Because you go to Apple Music and this has the For You section. They're just maybe taking all of those For You, just letting Apple Music choose music for them and just finding new things to listen to. I listened to this album the other night. It was, I can't remember the artist, but I remember the name of the album was Kiki. It was a female R&B singer. It was pretty decent. So like, you know what I'm saying? It might be more people that might be, you know what I'm saying, their music might be making that change also. Cause like, again, the music you listen to, well, no, I won't use that as an example because your musical palette has always been different. But like the music I listened to when I was younger, like all that, you know what I'm saying, sell drugs, like I don't listen to that anymore. Like it was a time when my musical palette changed, and it was just, you know, J. Cole and all that, you know, Backpack, you know, all that, you know, good boom bop hip hop, you know what I'm saying, like, and that's all I listened to for pleasure. So there was a time when my, you know, musical palette changed. So a lot of that might be happening with some of the people too.
I'm scared we're gonna get some like real messed up requests that are actually bangers, but like we don't really know and we haven't heard of before more than we've gotten before. Because you're right, people do educate us sometimes. Like I wouldn't know about Doja Cat except for doing this gig at the College of Charleston one day, and they told me about it, and then I was like, "Yo, you got to download this song," and you know it would happen to be a banger. So, but I'm afraid that we're gonna hit these it's gonna be a lot more of the obscure requests because people have become more used to what they're used to listening to on demand now, and then because they're just more educated. And I don't like, and I say this in more of an afraid part of it because I'm definitely a DJ who is used to party music, and I like party music. And party music is, you know, usually music that everybody knows, whether you like it or not. You know the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that's ingrained in you. I like to play a lot of those kind of songs. So I'm a little more intimidated going into the bar and club because I don't think people are going to want party music just straight up. I think it's going to be, you know, that.
Yeah, a lot of those like rap songs that they've been listening to that they just love, and it's not, you're like it's a good, like that might be a good song, but that's not a club song.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you know, when we say club song, we mean like we want you to dance. We don't want you just to be rapping in somebody's face and like, nah, like when we're called the club bullies because we want you to dance in our club. Like we don't want you standing around pointing your fingers, like none of that shit.
I don't even want you looking at me. I just want you to dance.
You want you on the dance floor, and if you look at me, it's because you like, yeah, nigga.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm afraid that people are gonna expect just weird fucking shit from this point on, and I don't like it. But it could be cool for a lot of other DJs too, who are, you know, more eclectic. You know, if you have the more eclectic style,
there's a lot of DJs who, so then, and a lot of those DJs are going to benefit from that. So, like, I mean, you know.
Does that just mean, do you think we have to adapt to that, or do you think we should continue to do party music that we kind of have done from our previous sets 2 months ago and still do those maybe with some TikTok bangers?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of sort of got a cheat sheet too because we do music for the radio, so we know all the singles that are released to, you know, top 40 radio. So that's a help. But
like that's the thing.
It is, yeah. Like, and it was crazy is that I'm actually looking down and I'm looking at the rotations list for the new rotations list for 95SX. But
and you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this one's gonna work because we haven't been able to test them in the live experience. That's the big part about DJing is be able to test songs.
Right. And see people's reactions. Now
our entire first gig back is going to be a test. It's like every song that we drop is going to be a tester song because there's so many that we have not been able to drop in the live situation. And normally, because they trickle down, you know, you don't have to drop all the songs at once. You know, they trickle down. You drop this here, you change it this week. You know, you got a new one that drops this week. But now there's been so many much damn music that has dropped. Now we have to dump it all out at once.
2 months so far. 2 months of music that we have been able to. 2 months of new music that we haven't been able to play out for the people and see their reactions. And, you know, like, I want to see the reactions from the people from when they hear Pow Fu Deathbed. I don't know what that is. Diplo got a new song called Heartless. You know what I'm saying?
You got to see if they're going to bop to it, right? Like, here's the thing, like, In the House Bored, I'm pretty sure people will dance to that song.
But can you play that when
you're out at the bar?
Because you're not in the house bored anymore.
Can they relate anymore? And is the beat going to knock anymore to them? You know, those are questions that I have. You know, are you still
like that song might only last 1 week after quarantine
and be done, and we're done with it? Out of here, Tyga.
Like, people don't want to hear that shit no more.
Like Rack City. It'd be just like that. No one even cares about that one anymore. You know what I'm saying? But so, shouts to Tyga. Anyway,
we're gonna get you on the show, dog.
Yeah, right. That's great. The fact that there's so much music that has come out, bars. Each bar is different, and obviously you have to, you know, tailor to your crowd and stuff like that. But I'm scared of that crowd, man. I really am.
Just gonna embrace it, bro. Just gotta embrace it. I ain't scared of it. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Bernie Mac said, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I mean, I'm sure it's just like riding a bike, and, you know, we've been keeping up with our libraries, with our record pools, in the same way, you know, that we've kind of always have been. I'm always like a month behind on downloads anyway, so this is right up my alley as it goes.
This is perfect.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is great for me. And we do have the radio station for us, but yeah, for everybody else that doesn't have that in their situation, you still have to test off of live streams, and you just have to pray that remix that you got off of SoundCloud is an actual banger the first time you drop it at the prime hour, you know? Because you haven't been able to test it during the opening set.
That's gonna suck, you know? Trying to get you drop it. You know what I'm saying? You drop this song at 11:45, thinking it's gonna get you going into that midnight hour. You know what I'm saying? And then that shit just flops, and you just like, oh,
learn a hard lesson.
You're like, damn, I love that song though. That shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and then it's also gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It might be the other way around, because, like, you know, we got different remixes for songs and things like that other people might have, you know what I'm saying, not have heard before. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like it could go both ways. Like, it's gonna be times where we drop songs and people are not gonna be feeling it, but they're gonna feel it a couple weeks later, just because, just like the first time we dropped Old Town Road, and first time I dropped, I was like, yo, this is gonna be the song of the summer, and everybody looked at me like, yo, the fuck is this? And that shit was a banger.
It was.
Like, a banger. Matter of fact, I sent that shit to you.
You did.
I was like, yo, this song gonna be the shit for the summer. You just like, the fuck is this?
And it was a banger.
I was like, yo, this beat is hard. Like, I'm telling you, this shit is gonna rock. And then it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? But then it's gonna be, again, people tell us about songs, and we gonna think it's not the shit, and next thing that we play it, and the fucking crowd goes nuts, and we gonna be like, so.
I'm interested to see the age range that comes out when it's finally open fully. I think we're gonna see a lot of an older crowd, more than we're used to.
I think so too. There's gonna be a lot more people that have been cooped up way longer than they're used to with the kids and all that. So they're definitely grandma. Yeah.
Babysitter game about to pop off. If you're a babysitter, you're about to make a lot of money whenever things open back up. Grandma's about to be doing a lot of free labor out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. Take the kids for the weekend. They partying with the club bullies.
So I guess that gives me hope for the old school stuff that you mentioned from the live streams carrying over into real life, because then we hopefully will have a, you know, more of that 30 to 40 plus crowd.
I would love
we
that.
can drop that stuff, you know, because that's where we're at, you know, as opposed to the 20-year-olds who are still trying to figure out who young and lil anybody is when we drop these things. So I guess that'll be dope, that little intermingling there. Any other predictions for that because I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's just gonna be. It's definitely gonna be a learning curve at the beginning when we start back. And to anybody that has success straight out the gate, yo, you fucking beast, B.
Yeah, and drop the playlist. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what that playlist is. You know what I'm saying? Just let us know. We're good guys. We're good dudes.
Wait, if you're listening, let me know what that playlist was like when you was at Mint the other day.
Oh, yeah, on the porch. Yeah, drop that too, dog.
Yeah,
you can drop that MP3s too.
I know you killed it. I know you did.
Yeah, obviously. That'd be great. Yo, this is the Regular DJ Podcast. My name is DJ Natty Heavy.
I am DJ R. Dot.
Thank you guys so much for listening. You can always check out the Regular DJ Podcast.com and get us on Instagram and Facebook, the Regular DJ Podcast, where we do pretty mediocre posts like once a week or something like that. So we're not even in your face like that. We just let you know when the new episode is up. Yo, thanks for listening, party people. We'll be back a couple weeks with another episode. Yo, your microphone looks good too, dude. I like that microphone, man.
Yo, thanks, man. You know, got that this week.
That's what happens when we got listeners. Upgrades, baby. The Venmo account's popping off, son.
Yo, send them tips to @DJR.Venmo or Cash App.
My mans. All right, y'all.
Peace.
The Regular DJ Podcast with the Club Bullies. 20 years experience of being regular as